Hello everyone, this is Rich Yamamoto, and today this is part 3 of the Learning macOS with VoiceOver series that I kind of put off for a bit. Today I have a guest with me. His name is Patrick.
Hi.
That's him.
Yes, that is.
So, in this video today we're going to be discussing the function keys. As I have probably mentioned, and I don't remember mentioning, I have a Mac without a touch bar. So,
You have a Mac with a touch bar.
yeah, I have a Mac with a touch bar, my bad. So, Lil Patty here is going to teach us how to use the function keys with VoiceOver on the Mac, and in a future part, I will discuss the touch bar. So, without further ado, let's get started. And I will jump in here and there because I had a Mac before without a touch bar. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, you probably did.
I did.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, the function keys, if you remember on Windows or something, is basically the same way, except for there's a few differences. For example, you can turn on and off if you have to. There's a function key. It's to the left of control, and if you can set it to where pressing if you want to press if you press a function key, you can set it to do a certain there's like quick hotkeys that you can set up or that are kind of actually preset for you. But
So, what he's basically getting at is by default, the function keys work as is. So, they work the way that he's demonstrating them, I believe, right?
yeah. Well, that's great.
Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry about that. So what I was saying was that they work basically the same. But when you enable, there's a setting in the system preferences where you can enable the function key along with the F keys at the top, F1 through F12. And basically, if you hold that down, that works as the function keys instead of just pressing them regularly. That's useful if you need to go into different modes or different areas with shortcuts, and the function key gets in the way when you need to use those shortcuts. So that is useful.
Yes. In my Mac is currently set up to where if I want to actually simulate a function key in a program, such as like pressing F2.
Uh-oh, what did I do?
Stop recording button.
Okay.
Well, you unplugged my charger.
Oh, my
That's what you
bad.
did.
Oh, I'm trying to find my charger, so here's yours. My bad. Okay. Keep going while I work on this little technical difficulty.
Okay, so there are quite a few different settings you can have for function keys, and
There's very many that you can have, and there's different customizations.
yes, that. So, like I was saying before Rich unplugged my Mac,
I'm sorry.
you're okay for now. That I have mine set up to where if I want to actually simulate a function key to a program, I have to actually hold function and press whatever button it is. I'm not going to do that because I don't want it to do something in Finder. Well, it did nothing, but and if I press a function key, I'm going to press F1 in this case, and I'm not holding a function key, it'll do this, I think.
Display brightness 0%.
It'll turn my display down.
So what that means is when you press and hold the function keys, or the function key, and you press F1 through F12, it's going to act normally, so it's probably not going to do much. But if you just leave the function key alone and you just press the function keys, they do very different things. So like F1 and F2 increase and decrease the brightness
I don't know
of the display.
That's what F4 does.
F4 goes into the mission control or dashboard. I don't know what F3 does though.
Nothing. Well, yet.
Keyboard brightness dimmer.
Oh. That F5 and F6
Make the keyboard brightness dimmer.
The keyboard backlight.
Mm-hmm.
F7 does nothing. F8 does.
Yes, it does.
That was F8 or something.
So F8.
iTunes window.
What the heck? Nope.
Quit iTunes.
I.
Finder desktop.
Okay, well.
So what I was trying to say there was that the iTunes. Okay, so F7, F8, and F9 control iTunes and other media playback. So F8 opens iTunes, and it also pauses and resumes playback. F7 and F9 go previous and next track. F10 mutes the Mac.
F11.
F11 and F11 and F12 increase and decrease the volume. The F13 key, also commonly known as the eject key, actually does nothing, and so I don't know why it's there.
Well, you mean yes? It does. It's your power key.
Oh yeah,
That's your power key. So
on the newer Macs, it's not the power key, so it's a little different. But on the older Macs, it is the power key. That makes a lot more sense.
Is there one on your Mac too, but it does nothing?
Mine is no. I don't remember. I don't have an eject key.
Wow. Okay.
So I just have a square power button with a Touch ID sensor in it. Okay. So where was I? And then if you just press and hold the function key with it, with the function keys, it'll do different things. So I think
that's based on what program you're in.
Right. And now we get into adding the VO keys in with these function keys. So VO F1 or Control Option F1 tells you what application you're on right now.
Display brightness.
Oh wait,
0.
no, because I have to hold function.
Finder. One running application.
Oh, you have to hold function, I guess, with these. With these, you have to hold function. I get confused with this, so...
Well, this is actually... ignore the last 5 seconds, but only if you have disabled it in somewhere in system preferences. You can make it do the opposite.
Yeah.
Where not pressing function will do whatever pressing function does, and vice versa.
Right, which is what we've covered earlier, and I just got confused. So with the app menu like that, where he pressed VO function F1, right?
Yes.
Application chooser menu 1 item.
Oh, whoops. I pressed it twice.
So if you press it twice, it takes you to the application chooser where you can choose what application you actually want to go to instead of having to command tab.
Menu. Find closing
Instead of wanting to command tab, you can just go in to each submenu. See VO down arrow through that menu, and then VO right into the specific submenu, and then hit the go to button or item. Also, if you press VO function F2,
desktop,
it tells you the window that you're on, and if you press it again,
window chooser menu 1 item.
It can tell you things like hidden windows. So like if security is asking for your password and you accidentally command tab out of it, you can press Control Option F2 twice, and it'll show you your hidden windows. Just VO down arrow
and it'll show the system dialogues, which you'll have to expand that like you do the apps, and then it will
Go to closing window.
And then you can.
Oh, there's also a go to desktop button in there for some reason, but
yeah, because that's part of Finder. So that is also another way to do it. VO F3. Okay. VO F3 tells you what's in the VoiceOver cursor, and I think that's the only thing that it does there, right?
Wait.
Oh, it also tells you what's under the mouse. So the Apple menu is under the mouse.
Actually, no, that was F4. So consider all of these to be VO function, but we're just gonna. I don't feel like saying VO function every time unless I say to switch. So whatever VO or F4 when you hold these down tells you
Macintosh HD volume has keyboard focus.
Is what's in keyboard focus. F5 tells you what's under the mouse.
Apple is under the mouse.
F6.
One item selected.
I don't know what that does. I think it's tell you what's selected. Nothing.
Opening VoiceOver utility.
Oh yeah, that's what that does. Oops.
So VO function F8 opens VoiceOver utility. What did VO function F3 do?
Macintosh HD volume is in the VoiceOver cursor.
All right, so that tells you what's in the VoiceOver cursor, and then VO function F4 tells you what's in keyboard focus, and then VO function F9 through F12 does nothing, I believe, right?
Visuals.
Whoa. Never mind. You can tile and untile visuals with VO F9, and then the other ones don't do anything, right?
Wait. So.
Opening VoiceOver utility.
Yeah. Okay. So that's F10.
Finder.
And then
what's F10?
Well, the untile thing.
Okay, so that's F10.
F9, F11, and F9, F11, and F12 do not do anything.
So, now is another time where I can show something without the function keys. So one of the things that I have learned that is very handy
Finder, desktop, sound note, volume.
is the volume keys on the Mac with the touch bar. There's a command that works on all Macs and it's VO dash and
Equals?
hold on. Yeah, equals. Yeah. And that messes with the volume as well.
Bootcamp volume.
Okay. Also, this works on all Macs, but you have to have VoiceOver enabled for this one. Again, because duh. Function escape. That way, if you have a touch bar, you don't have to double tap the escape button at the top left.
Escape button.
So there's that. So what we've covered
QuickTime player.
in a brief summary of this video, we have covered what each function key does with and without the function key held down. So what each F key does, what they do with VoiceOver keys, and some different alternatives for those with touch bar. I will go more in depth on the touch bar in a future video. Command F5 also turns VoiceOver on and off. I've demonstrated that with the touch bar, and that was quite a fun experience. So there's that. So is there any other ones that I should think about?
Wait, I don't believe there are many of importance that we didn't cover.
Okay.
We covered the most important ones, but if you find hidden things that we didn't talk about, feel free to throw them in the comments section.
Yeah,
I'll look at those.
Except I don't look at the comments.
Well, I do sometimes. So
Okay,
I'll text
good.
you them.
Okay, good. Also, if you would like to get in contact with me or Patrick, with me, I'm a pretty open dude. You can email me at rwy2003@gmail.com or follow me on Twitter at _rooster101.
With me.
And now with Patrick. Oh, and if you happen to be watching this and you go to the same school as me, you can always bump into me in the hallways. I'll probably get back to you faster than a Twitter mention, DM, or an email.
Yes, it does.
So
I can prove that. I literally do bump into him in the hallway sometimes because it's fun.
Yes, you do.
Okay, well, my contact info is my email is, well, one of them anyway, is webmaster, WEBMASTER, at pwilson, PWILSON -web.com. My Twitter is at capital BRAILLE, capital SCREEN, Braille
Wait.
Screen.
At Braille Screen?
Yes, I don't know why that is, but
Okay.
I needed a new username, and that's what I came up with.
Okay, whatever.
You can bump into me in the hallway too. I actually will probably end up bumping into you, but that's
Yeah.
not the point.
You can also follow me on Apple Music at _rooster101.
I forgot
well.
mine.
It's something P. Wilson K.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
that. But I'm in Rich's followers.
Yeah, you can find Patrick in my followers. You can stalk us. It's whatever. I don't care.
And at his recently listening to, if you're actually following me, it'll show he's listened to my playlist a lot.
Yeah.
He stalks me.
All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need clarification on this, feel free to let us know, and we will revisit this if ever we need to. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Stop recording button.